Key that is back in your faces. My name is spelled as Darki. Then you know it's double E. Welcome again to Gospel Life News. This is where we bring you guys updates concerning music and it's across the country. The news is buzzing and we have a lot for you guys on the news today. Before then, I want to say a big thank you to our fans for doing what you do. We love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. We also want to implore you guys to please put on your notification button so that you'll be the first person to know whenever we make a video post or a content. The news, like I always say, is buzzing. We have amazing conversation for you on the news. If I were you, I really would go nowhere on the news. Let's begin this properly today with no other person than Burna Boy. We saw in the early hours of today, popular Warri activist known as Mr. Jollof came out to give us an explicit news about Burna Boy, where he said, according to him, so this is the caption of the video. He said, "Me and some investors reached out to Burna Boy team for a concert in Delta State for 1 million US dollars. That's about 1.3 billion naira today's rates. Guess what? They said it is too small. Burna Boy know the Nigeria lane again because we didn't utilize him enough before it was exported to global music markets. No jokes. Now, this is where it gets funny. That Burna Boy rejected $1 million is really okay. But I think for the fact that a lot of people came to comment section to say that was not true. Mr. Jollof is known for saying stuff that obviously are not true most of the time. But really, he has come out to say him and his investors at the time reached out to him for the sum of 1 million US dollars. Burna Boy has also come out to disclose that he would not go perform in a space where he was not allowed to smoke, even if the fees were about $5 million. He said he was rejected about $5 million because he was not allowed to smoke while performing. So all of this making coming together, it could just point to a sense of truth that Burna Boy as is known for having his esteem up high. So basically, there are people that knows when to say no and knows when not to say no. Basically, for an artist who has gone to the caliber, there's some amount of money that you might be like, you cannot say no to. But for Burna Boy, they've proven and people have attested to the fact that he can say no to any amount of money. Still on Burna Boy, we saw Burna Boy have just surpassed, coming in today, have surpassed about 3.8 billion streams on Spotify as a lead artist. This is from his own song where he led the project. Has done about 3.8 billion streams on Spotify, and he remains the most streamed African artist and the only Nigerian artist to reach 3 billion stream on the platform. Just so you know, we have people like Burna Boy lead the pack with 3.8 billion. We have Ayra Starr with about 3.1 billion. Rema comes as a next African with 2.6 billion. Wizkid with 2.1 billion, and CK comes as the next person. Now, these guys have done so well for themselves on Spotify. Now, of these greatest I've called, we have to give kudos to CK for somebody who has done just this amount of songs, and the songs have really done numbers in billions. We have to really have to give him kudos for a job well done. At the same time, to Rema, at the same time to Wizkid, together they have obviously kept Nigerian name on the global map. Congrats to all of these guys on this list. Moving on to the main man himself, talking about Wizkid. A lot of persons believe this is the greatest Afrobeat artist ever. Talking about Machala himself, so calm, so collected, really doesn't have time for shenanigans. You really will not see Wizkid doing petty stuff. He's coming out doing his thingy, and when he's out of that space, he's leaving the space as soon as possible. We saw Wizkid also not left out on the news because his songs are also gathering up wins and doing good numbers as we speak. IDK with Zlatan have just surpassed 11 million streams on Spotify, and we might be slow, but really the person who win the race, slow and steady, they say, always win the race. Wizkid have just surpassed 11 million streams on Spotify for the song IDK with Zlatan. At the same time, we saw Sawiti, I was saying in the kitchen, at this time vibing, and she could not get over the MIL project. And she was saying vibing to Wizkid song. Now, for a lot of persons who don't understand what Wizkid did on MIL, it's something that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, we're going to come back and discuss what Wizkid did with the album made in Lagos. Now, before Wizkid did that project, we're saying Davido being the first to enter vacation with If and Paul, being the first to do good numbers and all of that. But Wizkid MIL album opened a lot of doors for Afrobeat. Now, people might not see it today, but really, Wizkid really deserve an applaud for what he did on that project. No wonder we saw at the point Kanye West came out to say in his existence, in all you have seen. You have seen music, you have seen artists, you have seen the likes of Jay-Z, you have seen the likes of Beyonce, you have seen the likes of Lil Wayne, you have seen the likes of Tupac Shakur, you have seen great music. And then he said, in his opinion, his honest opinion, he feels Wizkid Essence is the best music when it's like ever made ever from the history of whether you're generate or something in your different region in the US, in the UK, in Nigeria. He feels Wizkid Essence is the best music ever made in the history of. And basically, it's not like Kanye West can give you such kudos. You really must know that you have done I'm not obviously delivered an amazing body of work for people of that caliber to give you such kudos. Still on Wizkid, we saw Wizkid More Love Less Ego enters the top 5 on Cyprus Apple Music Top Album chart, and then it sits as number 5. At the same time, we saw Wizkid More Love Less Ego rises on the Portugal Apple Music Top Albums, and for this week, it sits at number 62. And that's what Wizkid numbers are just, it's going to look like it's not going anywhere. And for some reason, you see somewhere again picking up numbers. On More Love Less Ego, I kind of feel like the team slept on me. As a matter of fact, we all felt like the team slept on me. Same thing Davido team did with Timeless. You have amazing song of this album, the likes of Frames, the likes of, there are so many amazing songs that they could have quick promoted. But obviously along the line he lost his mom. He had to do a couple of shows. It was in between tours when he lost his mom, and we have to give him an excuse for why maybe he didn't promote this one properly. Moving on, we saw just coming in today, Wizkid More Love Less Ego. I've just surpassed 190 million streams on Spotify, and that is Wizkid's third project to achieve this number, 190 million streams on Spotify. Moving on, we have Kizz Daniel. Kizz Daniel is one person who obviously has listed Nigerians, and he is now catching the necessary clues on Twitter and making sure everybody's enjoying his page. Now, people now go to Kizz Daniel page and laugh. Like that's what he has made his page to be. People go there to laugh, to catch clues and vibe, and then when you make your page that attractive, you obviously will attract obviously good music. Whenever you drop a song, people will come and see your song, and you put yourself out there, and it makes sense. For instance, if you're on Don Jazzy's page, you're sure that you can get a giveaway, or it makes you laugh with funny skit or something. If you're on the Davido's page, you're sure that you get vibes and clues and inshallah, and maybe giveaway. If you're on Wizkid's page, you're sure that you get maturity content, and people are always eager to see what Wizkid is set to post. For Burna Boy's page, we are sure that the Burna Boy is tweeting, is either getting at somebody. So people are always engaging with their tweets. But Kizz Daniel is now making sure that his Twitter is used for something comical, and people are beginning to love what he is doing on Twitter space. We saw where he came out today to say to dash somebody. Okay, in his word, to dash person 500 naira, they do me. I think it is the weather, bro. Come on, 500 naira. That is what Kizz Daniel said. He felt like dashing somebody today. And then we saw where he actually had to put an instruction saying he was going to credit people who use memes to get to him. And then we saw a lot of person coming through. The person came through with the Wiki former for that River State governor, years of Wiki, where Wiki in his time was known for hilarious moments. And then we saw where he came out saying, give me, give me, give me. And then Kizz said, calm down, I will give you, put the mic down. And, he began with this guy, gave him 5. Now, of the money, I'm not sure, but then he said he was going to give 500 naira, so we believe and we assume he gave this person 500 naira. A verified Andrew actually collected 500 from Kizz Daniel. We saw this person using Kizz Daniel bodyguard as an approach to get the money, and then we saw Kizz saying paste using the Yoruba word for market and said paste, and now when he used word like this, just cruise and vibe, nothing intentional, nothing so serious, it's just cruise. And then we saw where this person also got the share of the national cake. We saw somebody asking him, saying, boss, apart from music, what do you think you are good at again? Maybe football, drawing, or painting, stuff like that. And Vado replies saying, making money. I am very good at that, sir. Personally, life revolves around money. Moving on, we saw Bayanni coming out to speak on a podcast where he came out to give us insight on what OAU look like. Now, a lot of people believe Unilag is a deal. They're not Unilag, they're nowhere back and forth. But trust me, we have schools in the country where if you belong to those places or something, you attend those schools, you have chances to become a next big deal. Example of such school is OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University, alongside the Ilefe area. We saw where we've seen great artists from that school come out. Asake from the school, Fireboy from the school, Check from the school, Zamora from the school, so many people from the school. As a matter of fact, even the bad at the time was affiliated to place like that. We saw where this school has breeded a lot of talent, and little or no wonder Bayanni is also from that school. We saw where he came out to give insight on what the school used to be. He said people or people are still buzzing in the school, but the fact that the commercial space of Nigeria is in Lagos and Ilefe is quite far from Lagos. So before your stuff will get to Lagos, it probably will take a while. But at the same time, while he was in school, he said Asake was big in school. Chikwekun was big in school. Black Bones was big in school. Superboy Check was big in school. Zamora was big in school. He said he even think Fabe was also massive in school. These guys were already shutting down shows in school. And it's funny how they all together collectively also came back to Lagos and are now doing something big for themselves. Even Bayanni. He said at the time he was a bit laid back because he was also doing that stuff. He said he made sure he created the best parties in school. He was in charge of parties and was also giving them the best parties ever in school. He mentioned that it was the accounting department, and the accounting department were known for great parties. And whenever he had parties, he was bringing Asake, bringing Chikwekun to the party, bringing Blackmon to the parties, bringing Superboy Check to the party. And that was where they all connected because he was the link, he was all creating the parties, and they were coming to perform at those parties, and it was always a sold out events. We saw where he came out to explain how to know if a Nigerian girl loves you. I cannot feel how the men should come close at this point because he gave a similarly fit situation. He said in his words, he said, this is the only way to know if a Nigerian girl loves you. He said she would spend on you. Simple as short. Nigerian girls, if they love you, they're going to spend on you. Because in his words, he said, Nigerian girls are so calculative, so whatever amount of money they are spending, it is with intention, deliberate, and they will not spend money on you if they don't like you. So if any guy at any point spends money for you. He also mentioned the fact that it doesn't have to be one expensive thingy, but the thought that counts, that if they'll spend money for you, you can rest assured that she loves you. It's this truth. I kind of feel like all the guys should come and answer what they think in the comment section. Do you think this law, this policy applies to all Nigerian girls? Moving on, we saw where ID Kabasa, I want to call him Pastor ID Kabasa, came out on the podcast also to give us insight on what contracts and people are. He said there are no bad contracts ever in music space, no bad contract. Whatever it is you're signing, it is a fair contract. Whether you're getting 2% or 1% or 0% or the free collage, he said whatever you're doing is a free contract, is a fair contract. However, we have foolish people. So he's saying a lot of person going to sign contract of 5% just because they want to be known and they are not thinking of what the future holds. So he said in his words, contracts are always fair. We have foolish people in contract. He mentioned the fact that as an artist, your ability to say no on the table of negotiation is what gives you a strong voice and a personnel. So basically, at this point, I kind of feel like he actually make a lot of sense because thinking of contract, whatever it is that will favor me is what I'm going to give to you in negotiation. If you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, you walk out. And that is what contract is supposed to be, not for today, but always for tomorrow. No wonder we've seen in the Afrobeat space where artists are always living labels with a fight or a back and forth because at the space of contracts, they never thought what the future holds. Like of Kizz Daniel, like of Joe Boy, like so many people have left label, even Mohbad, who even lost his life, became because of situations like this. So the next time we're going to sign a contract, don't be a foolish person. Moving on, we saw that the priest hanging out with at the time Rekardo Banks coming out to speak about a lot of conversations, but one that caught our attention was when he asked him about the beef Rekardo Banks had with Wizkid, and Rekardo, it was so short to get the question, and then when he was going to respond, he said, "Wiz came for me, and what am I supposed to do?" And we all know what happened back at the NSAS thingy, where there was a song Rekardo had with Wizkid, and Rekardo had to release the song for reasons best known to him. And at the time, he might have thought that was the best time, which was correct. But Wizkid, on the other hand, believed that that was not the right time. Wizkid came out, insulted him on Twitter, dragged him, and the old Wizkid force combined effort to drag Rekardo Banks at the time. And he said Wizkid came for him, and what was he supposed to do coming from Rekardo Banks and Wizkid? We just hope that they would have fixed this. If they've not, we still hope that there's a room to fix all of this. Afrobeat needs more love now than he do. Moving on, we saw Two black pairs who were once fighters and back and forth are now back together. In the line of the song, Ruga saying, "Me and Buju will go worry them this year." We've seen that song come out. Romeo Must Die from Buju Benson and Ruga. As a matter of fact, a Buju song where he featured Ruga on that one, and an amazing body of work. A Ruga song rather, where he featured Buju on that one, an amazing body of work for sure, where this guys really came to do 100%. They released the audio and video, and the video was a bomb. Trust me, was a bomb. It was a massive bomb. Everywhere was buzzing. They killed it. They killed it. Now nobody would have believed that we probably did not see this energy coming from these guys, but they killed it. The energy was top notch. Buju Benson, not mind his euphoria, killed this one. Ruga came in with the adversaries, killed it. And one of the catchy lines we got was when he said, "This year, me and Buju will go worry on this year." And for all of us, we can't wait to be worried by the two of you. Moving on, we saw Chike Mohbad Egu has just surpassed 1 million views in just a day of release. And as we speak, it's currently at number 58 on YouTube trending video globally. Now, you need to understand that this song, a lot of people believe this song, aside the fact that it's a nice song, melodious song, a sweet song, a song that has tendency to go far. This song also has a divinely blessed nature on it, because trust me, at the time it was released, it was at the time where a lot of things were happening. It came out, people still find time to vibe to the song, listen to the song. Wizkid drop, people were still listening. Church drop, people were still listening. Like you got the part of this of the old share where whatever it is you're dropping, this song had a share of good listenership at the time. And releasing a video just a day, and Davido giving you a report on that video, and you are amassing to 1 million views on YouTube. Chike is blessed. Mohbad, obviously, may so rest in peace, really outdid himself on this one. And we only hope was alive to get reward. Now, after Mohbad passed, his numbers really skyrocketed everywhere. On Boomplay, he's on top 10. On Audio Mark, on top 10. On Turntable Chart, he's on top 10. Getting massive streams every day, tallying in millions and all of that. But all of these are all, he's not going to witness all of this because it's past. We just hope that the family can come to a conclusion so that this fund can be released to properly take care of the song, Liam. Moving on, we saw finally Skepta and Portable with the song Tony Montana is dropping this night. We can't wait for this. I kind of feel like this is going to get number one tomorrow morning, because this song has been widely anticipated. UK guys can't wait for this song. Nigerians can't wait for this song. Guys in the Woods can't wait for this song. Guys on the island can't wait for this song. Any walk of life, people want to see what this one looks like. And this might just be a resurgence of Portable after he had Dazoo. This could just be that one that is ready to break him back to the big global market. Moving on, we saw Ayra Starr at the time she released the song January this year. As just she released the song early in the year. We saw that song has just surpassed 10 million streams on Spotify just in 4 weeks of release. We want to say congrats to her. This song from snippets, people knew it has 10 days to blow, and ever since the release, it has lived up to the expectation. Asake dropped the video for Only Me, directed by TJ Mori, like I said in the morning news. The video came out, and people are already pinpointing one or two flaws from the video. Solomon Bucci had this to say about the video. Asake keeps disrespecting the Christian faith in his music videos, dramatizing giving the Eucharist rubbed up and preach regalia for a music video that has no connection with Christianity is disrespectful. In his bandana video, it depicts the black goat trooping into the church with cloven tongues of fire above wed men. Asake, I think, is a Muslim. Why doesn't he go above and beyond to embarrass his Muslim faith in this same way? Why do Christians even listen to these musicians who bluntly disrespect Christianity? And Asake has been known for this, always coming out to disrespect the Christian community in his video, in his shoot. For some reason, people believe he is doing that for the trend and for conversations. He seems so unbothered, but people are already calling out for him. People are calling out saying this attitude needs to stop. Moving on, we saw where the team came out to say, or his fan page came out to say, he paid TJ Mori the sum of $100,000 for the video of Only